Alright, I didn't get much work done yesterday. I was putting a trailer gate assist on my dad's trailer with him, so I didn't do much with the Sears. Been messing around out in the garage today. Got a transmission that's going to go in my SS14. This isn't the original one. This is one out of something else. I ran a tap through the holes for the bolts because those were a little crappy. Got to get a new breather tube for this and figure out how to change the oil in the gearbox. I think it's chain drive actually, but got to get on that. But I pulled the 67 Super 12 out of the shed. Decided to start messing with this. Took the high back seat off and put this pan seat on it. I don't know, I like this better. It'll look better once I get normal size tires on it. I'm just using these as rollers. The wheels for it are under there. I started sanding them and all, but never finished. I threw this original paint 3-point hitch on. Put sway bars on it. And I want to change this muffler setup. I got an actual 67 steering wheel on it now. It's got a piece broken off of it, but I'm just going to glue it back on. It's a piece back there. Other than that, it's not in too bad a shape. I have the center cap for it up there. It originally had that wheel on it there, but I think it looks a lot better with the regular wheel that's supposed to be on it. Yeah, I want to change the muffler. I just got to finish up some wiring on it. The guy that had it before me put the newer motor in it, and the harness is just all chopped up. So I'm going to use I might either use the harness that came off this tractor with the overhead valve. I think it's probably pretty similar how it's ran. Or if not, I have a ST12 that I'm going to try to use the wiring harness to copy one and make one up for this. I have most of the plugs and all that I need for it, but just stuff for like to run an amp meter and all that's just all chopped up, and I'm more familiar with the starter generator styles, so that's another reason why I haven't messed with this one much. But I threw a battery in it yesterday and it still ran. And I need to fix this gas tank for the hydro back there so I can take the one out of that and paint it and put it in this, because this just has a plastic snowblower tank in it now. Had the other Super 12, the 68 out earlier. I've never got that carburetor tuned perfectly. That I messed with a little bit last weekend, and it was kind of a bitch to get running. Once it runs fine, but the battery was also dead. And I got this out and rode this around a little bit. I think this is the best looking tractor I've done. I just like the way they look with starter generator covers. Like this one, I mean I have a motor, but I don't know if I feel like going through all the trouble. I have all the shrouds and all, and the starter generator belt cover all painted. So all I'd have to do is swap the motor and redo the wiring. Because I got one under there, it's pretty crusty. It's going to need all new gaskets and paint job. I have another one under there that I think's good, but it's missing all the ignition stuff. I could get an overnight solutions kit or something, but I might just try to use that one. I'll probably finish it with this motor and just run it. It looks good enough for me, but it just looks a lot better with starter generator cover and all on it, in my opinion. Looks more correct. Yeah, if I like this seat, I think it looks good. Kind of depends on what angle you look at it. Like I said, I think it'll look better with regular size tires. These are 4-wheeler tires. But if I might just get some turf tires, or I might get some ag tires, probably something like that. The D Stones, cheap. or my dad got a set for his Craftsman that's up West Virginia. I think they're Max something ag tires, and they look pretty good, and they seem to be more actual size, because the D-Stones run small, because those are 23 10 50 12s, and my Carlisle 23 10 50 12 ag tires are way bigger. But this is just a little show tractor, so I'm not that worried about how it all looks. It's not like I'm going to be using these tires that much. And 18.6, I haven't done much with that this weekend. Like I said, I was busy doing other stuff yesterday, so I didn't get out here that much. I had the SS14 out earlier, fixed the end of the driveway, got that put back away. I cleaned this workbench off. I'm going to throw the tiller up there, that way I can finish working on it and it's off the floor. Got a little bit of a mess to clean up in here, but yeah, I got the cigarette lighter and all for this. I never finished writing up the lights, putting them in, because this one was like the most torn apart I've done, other than the SS14 that I'm working on now. But I'd like to finish this one before I go any further with the SS14. I've been trying to put parts on that I had laying around so I can clean up a little bit and finish some stuff that I almost got finished but never went through and fully finished it. Like, I really need to get, I got another throttle cable I need to put on this one, and then when I do that, I'll put this decal on the dash, because it had the wrong decal on it. I don't know if somebody had this dash off before and had a blue one, because it had like the blue decal for the controls and all, so I just took that off and painted it white, and I'll planned on putting another decal on it, but haven't done it yet. And if I don't like this seat that much, I'll probably just get a pan seat like that one or that one and put on it. I don't know, I think it'll look good if I sand it all down, paint it white. I started this thing, I don't know, 2-3 years ago, and just kind of lost motivation on it. Sometimes that happens. I mean, it's a really nice, it's spray paint, but I think it turned out pretty good for what it is. I don't know how much you'll be able to see under here, but I mean, everything's painted nice. Transmission was removed. Everything looks pretty nice on it. Paint job came out pretty good. It had some kind of reaction like right here, and I sanded it all back down and did it again, and it looks better than it did the first time. It bubbled up, but I left it, and there's a little run on the hood. Other than that, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Put some new hardware in it. Some of it's old that I just cleaned up, but I might add some more into this if I work on this thing some more. Not sure what else I'm going to do today. Wait for my dad to come and help me pick that up. I think I can do it. I got it off the workbench last time by myself, but no point in hurting myself if he can come help me put it up there. And I'm probably going to mess with this a little bit too. Pull the shrouds off, because I know it had a mouse nest down in there. And there's the motor for the SS14. It's hard, unless you get custom mixed paint, it's hard to find stuff that looks close. I at least like this paint more than some of the other blues that are available in Rattle Can. It's got some sparkle, some flake in it, and it looks like a pretty good color. It's actually the same color as my 68 Super 12. I didn't paint that one that good though. I didn't put as many coats on the clear so it kind of dulled out. But this has probably been painted for, I don't know, 8 months, and it's still pretty shiny. And I re-gasketed the whole thing, cleaned everything all up, painted the block and all, new head gasket, put the upgraded coil for electronic ignition to get rid of the points. And I already got the whole wiring harness done for the tractor, except for the wire for the tail lights. I got that all done a while ago too. But trying to get some stuff caught up that I haven't been messing with in a while. Yeah, this one, I mean, the wiring's pretty rigged up how everything's set up. The guy made a homemade battery tray and all with a clutch setup on it, but I just got one off of like a ST12 and put on here that had the clutch made onto the battery tray, because they had like a bracket that sat up here and then the battery was close to the hood. That's the snowblower tank I was talking about. But I painted this motor all up. I can't remember if I re-gasketed it or not. It's got a China carb on it. It didn't have a carb on it when I got it. Ran pretty good, but alright. I think that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching.